Hey, what's up guys? We're out here in the Withlacoochee State Forest today looking for a couple of caves. The two of them that we actually know by name are Dame's Cave and Peace Cave, but there's supposed to be a lot more than that out here. So come on, we're gonna go check them out. We're gonna find them today. So we've got a little bit of flooding left over from Hurricane Irma.
Tom, we gotta get moving.
There's just a legendary amount of mosquitoes out here because of all the groundwater that Irma has left on the ground. And we are currently walking in a massive swarm that is following us to the caves. So I don't think you're going to get very much footage of the trail because we're going to try and hurry and get inside. So there's all kinds of debris and such like this across the trail out here. This is just an example of it. We've been having to navigate a lot more than this. And, you know, anything to slow us down and get us feasted upon by mosquitoes, you know, that sort of thing. So we found Dame's Cave, and it looks like Irma found it too, because there's quite a few trees down. That one, which is quite large, is just snapped in half right in the middle. This is crazy. Here's the cave over here. Wonder if there's going to be any flooding or damage down inside of the caves themselves. Somebody lost their flip-flop. Flip-flops, plural. It's a long way down. So these caves are actually karst limestone formations, which are made by erosion of water over quite a long time, much longer than you or I have been around. Pretty steep going down, but there's a fair amount of footholds. Some toads and frogs hopping around. A lot of bugs. Man. An insane amount of mosquitoes. Wow.
They're everywhere. Oh, God damn it, man.
Yeah, it's all muddy down here.
Well, thankfully we're not getting this.
So this is the first cave that we found our way into, and as you can see over there, it has a very small entrance. It's only about 3 feet tall, so we did have to duck to get in here. This might sound kind of weird because this is a tiny little room, and I'm sure the acoustics are crazy in here. But it's got a pretty tall ceiling. We can comfortably stand with a lot of space above our heads. It's overall a pretty small chasm though. Over to the side down here, there's actually a weird hole. I'm not exactly sure where it goes. But, you know, the graffiti artists have decided to point to it and insinuate that it's some sort of glory hole, I'm assuming. Okay, so this here is, I've actually been in there before. It goes up and you actually have to climb a wall, and there's a couple of other rooms. And I really want to show it to you guys, but here's the only issue. If you look at the ground, that's mud. And yeah, that's all the way across the bottom. And literally this is the size of me laying down. So getting in there means laying down in the mud. So what we're gonna do is, because I love you guys, I'm going in there. So you can see what, oh, okay, how are we doing this?
What?
How am I getting in there?
Belly slide or backslide, bud?
Oh, you're not getting in my car.
Yeah.
This is... Here.
Maybe that's just so, like, wet, but Jesus.
This is only the first passage, then there's the opening to the next area. I really want to go in there. I think my backpack is about to be my best friend. Someone want to hold this for me for a minute? Everything important has to come out of, actually, yeah, this has to be flat.
Be wary of my...
Sorry guys, your stuff's...
Oh, wait, hold on.
Before you go flinging that...
You guys want to just take it all?
Yeah.
My random change spilling everywhere.
Okay. Do me a favor, you're the cameraman right now?
Yep.
Alright.
Oh, goodness. Wait, hold on before you go too far in. We're gonna get Ian's light so you don't, like, crowd out the entire thing. Oh, mama.
I don't know, am I going in there?
Literally, this is so wet here, the ceiling is dripping water. It's...
Point it out again.
If you can see right here, the ceiling is actually dripping water. Some of it's falling on me. That just really highlights, yeah, I just got hit by something. That just really highlights how damp it is in here. It's not the most fun time to explore a cave, but it's one of the more interesting ones for sure.
Oh, God.
Careful.
Ooh.
God damn it.
Oh, wow.
Nicely done.
Okay, so there's the hole that I just crawled through to get in here with the mud. I mean, you can see how deep it is from where my foot ended up being. And this isn't the tallest room. This is pretty small and very cramped. This is where it continues on. It's really wet. I'm not going to be able to get in here very easily, but I'm going to see if I can give you a view of what it looks like up there. A little bit. Oh. Okay, so there's actually, that's straight up. There, you can climb the walls and get up into that opening up there you can see at the end. And I'm gonna have to come back and show you guys that. Okay, so I opted not to bring my expensive new camera in here, so this is being done with my phone. I have 2 lanterns, so hopefully there's not too much noise. This is the first room, and I'm very sad to admit that I came to an impasse here because I have no climbing equipment and the wall is completely wet, which I'm about to show you in there. I cannot physically climb it. So what I'm gonna have to do is retreat and come back when it's a little bit more dry in here. You know, got a little bit muddy for, I guess, basically no reason. But I got this room recorded anyways. Oh, that went directly into the mud.
Mm. All right.
Well, some of the water isn't being drank, guys.
Oh.
You recording?
Yep.
Shit. A little slippery. There's moss all over everything. And frogs are everywhere. There's so many frogs in here.
How wet is it down there? Like how muddy.
An abomination.
Oh God.
It's atrocious. No, it's actually a whole. Oh wow, dude! I need to record this. There's so many frogs in here. So many, like you can't walk without stepping on them.
This is Oscar-winning material right here.
Okay, so we have descended down into another cave. I don't believe this one actually has a name, but it's just loaded with frogs hopping all over the ground. I'm not sure if you can make any of them out. This dome above us is serving as some sort of amplifier because there's just an audible sound of mosquitoes in the air coming from outside this cave. It's a good spot for the light. There's mud all over my phone screen right now. And there's just a cesspool over here with bottles floating in it and just cave juice. Abundant cave juice. Lovely. But up here, we have the chimney. Let's see if we can... That's pretty cool. That probably goes up high up there, but again, you know, it's all slick. I don't want to attempt to climb it right now. We'll probably come back maybe in October and finish shooting this video, but for now, that's all we're getting out of this one.
Oh, mama. This is a bad idea.
How high off the ground would you say you are right now?
I don't know, like 10 feet.
Are there as many mosquitoes up there?
Any what?
Mosquitoes, like there's a ton down here.
One just got in my eye.
They're everywhere, man. We're in a massive cloud of them. And you're in a tree.
I know.
A tree that, look at that, that's not being held up by anything. Like that's just, it's broken in half. And it's gonna fall. I'm not sure if you can see, but that's not, look how far off to the side that is. That's not, this isn't safe, but you know, it's kind of cool though.
These good pictures, Ian?
No, they're terrible. You can see the lamp up there, but that's about it.